How can I force division to be floating point? Division keeps rounding down to 0. I have two integer values a and b, but I need their ratio in floating point. I know that a is lower than b and I want to calculate a, b, so if I use integer division I'll always get 0 with a remainder of a. How can I force c to be a floating point number in Python 2 in the following? In 3.x, the behavior is reversed. See why does integer division yield a float instead of another integer? For the opposite, 3.x specific problem.
In Python 2, division of 2 ints produces an int. In Python 3, it produces a float. We can get the new behavior by importing from _future_.
You can cast to float by doing c equals a, float b. If the numerator or denominator is a float, then the result will be also. A caveat, as commenters have pointed out, this won't work if b might be something other than an integer or floating point number, or a string representing 1. If you might be dealing with other types, such as complex numbers, you'll need to either check for those or use a different method.
How can I force division to be floating point in Python? I have two integer values a and b, but I need their ratio in floating point. I know that a less than b and I want to calculate ab, so if I use integer division I'll always get 0 with a remainder of a. How can I force c to be a floating point number in Python in the following? What is really being asked here is, how do I force true division such that a, b will return a fraction? Upgrade to Python 3. In Python 3, to get true division, you simply do a, b. Floor division, the classic division behavior for integers, is now a // b. However, you may be stuck using Python 2, or you may be writing code that must work in both 2 and 3. If using Python 2, in Python 2, it's not so simple. Some ways of dealing with classic Python 2 division are better and more robust than others. Recommendation for Python 2. You can get Python 3 division behavior in any given module with the following import at the top. Which then applies Python 3 style division to the entire module. It also works in a Python shell at any given point. In Python 2, this is really the best solution as it ensures the code in your module is more forward compatible with Python 3. Other options for Python 2. If you don't want to apply this to the entire module, you're limited to a few workarounds. The most popular is to coerce one of the operands to a float. One robust solution is a b1.0 in a fresh Python shell. Also robust is truedive from the operator module operator.truedive a, b, but this is likely slower because it's a function call. Not recommended for Python 2. Commonly seen is a, float b. This will raise a type error if b is a complex number. Since division with complex numbers is defined, it makes sense to me to not have division fail when passed a complex number for the divisor. It doesn't make much sense to me to purposefully make your code more brittle. You can also run Python with the Q flag, but this has the downside of executing all modules with the new Python 3 behavior, and some of your modules may expect classic division, so I don't recommend this except for testing. But to demonstrate,
Thank you.